Andrea, and we are going to start today by releasing everything. So stand with slightly wider than hip width apart. Open up your hands, and I want you to breathe in and breathe out. Roll your spine, drop your chin, and give yourself a nice hug. Inhale, breathe in and expand those wings. Exhale, push those shoulders forward and give yourself a hug. One more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, close forward and drop that chin. Eyes to the ground, give yourself a hug. And I want you to start with slow massaging motions, rotations towards the floor. So when you inhale, you go back to standing position. When you exhale, you drop forward. Sorry, two. Woo. Excuse me, two. I think that was lucky 7. Squeeze to the side. Then drop your elbows forward towards your hips and very slowly rotate. Go back to center, and from there, go to the other side. Squeeze your right shoulder to your right hip, stretching yourself away from the center of your body. Drop your elbows to the hips and come on up in the other position. Very good. Now, I'd like you to start squeezing your glutes, squeezing your legs to provide stability from the middle to the ground. And again, drop your left shoulder to your left hip. Feel that connection with your oblique and the stretch in the opposite one. And drop forward, forward. Tight core, tight glutes, tight and connected legs. And come on up. And one more time on the other side. Squeeze your glutes as you're leaning over. Down, forward. Over to the other side. And center. And really take a moment and acknowledge what parts are stickier than others. And we're going to do the same thing on the neck. So close your hands on fists. Pull your shoulders up to your ears and then down to the ground and back. So you observe the difference. Center them. Pull them up to your ears. Drop them to the ground and back, creating all those ranges of motion. Squeeze them, pull them up, squeeze them down, exhale. Pull them back, inhale. Center them forward and start increasing that intensity of squeeze. Pull them up, inhale. Down, exhale. Pull them back, inhale. Forward, exhale. One more time, up and down, back and forward. Very good. And from here, drop your right ear to your right shoulder and incline as far as you can, and then return. And let's go over to the other shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, and incline, keeping those hands on fists, and return. Again, over to the right and stretch, and push the floor with your foot, and then return. One more time, lean over, stretch. When you want to go a little bit more, just push off of your foot, keeping contact with the ground, and return. Very good. Now open up your hands. You're going to take your right hand, place it on top of your shoulder. Right there's a dip here where the bone starts, where you can kind of hook your hand there. So hook, and I want you to push that shoulder down. This thumb of the hand that it's down, drive it away and look over to the opposite side. And lean as you look. And now return. Now grab this hand, take it a little higher on your neck, And gently massage down, pulling on the skin, pulling on the muscles, press it down through your shoulder and away. Let's do that again. From the neck, very gently, pull it forward and down, push down on your shoulder, hold it there. Take the thumb of your stretched hand away, backwards, and look away from that hand in the opposite direction and return. Very good. Let's do that on the other side. Hand on the neck and gently massaging down, pushing on your shoulder, and keep pulling on that first one. Again, here, pull it forward, let it slide forward. If you need, reset your grip, and now push it down on the shoulder and take the thumb of the arm that is stretched away. You might feel some weird pulling sensations through here. That is great. That's fascia stretch therapy happening in your own place. And then stretch away and look in the opposite direction. So your hand on your shoulder is at the apex of the stretch, going downward and away in that direction and upward and away in the opposite direction, and see how good it feels. And return to center one more time. Drop this hand pulling through. When you reach the center, take that hand away and your eyes in the opposite direction, and just keep experimenting and stretching, finding those little sections. Very good. All right, and now let's take our hands forward. Stretch your bum back. Imagine you're being, again, stretch from the center of your body in opposite directions. Hinge, shoving the bum back, finding that stretching glute and hamstrings, and then drop the hands. Thumbs away, squeezing the shoulder blades and glutes. Again, start with a hinge, shoving the bum back. Most of my body weight right now, it's on the heels. Stretch the fingertips forward. And in this position, drop your eyes to the ground. Keep stretching. You might feel a crack on your shoulders or around the back of your neck. And then come on up. And squeeze. Let's do that one more time. Take your body through as if you were inside a thick gelatin, creating resistance. Stretch the bum back, 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 back. And then come down and up. Very good. Take your stance slightly wider, and you're going to push the hips in one direction and then in the other direction. Make sure you stay in contact with the ground. Maybe you'll hear popcorn, or you feel popcorn, your joints cracking and moving back to their centers. Maybe you'll feel a stretch on the lateral side, very needed from sitting down. Or sometimes when you do long walks, that section gets tight because it's stabilizing. Just release it a little bit. Very good. Push it over to the side. Push it over to the side. Now let's take our hands out, and you're going to push it over to the side. One hand goes down to the leg and the other one up to the sky, and return to center. Now here's a little bit more of muscular work with this motion. Windmill. Good. And here, look at your hand pointing at the sky, and then look at the hand pointing at the other foot. Return your head to center and return. Let's do that 2 more times. So shift your hips away towards the right. Drop your hands and look at the one at the sky. Then look at the one pointing to your foot. Return to center and come on back. Notice how you need belt of energy tight in place. Last time, push away. Keep looking forward until you feel you reach your vertical. Then look at the sky, look at the ground, look at the center, and return. Very good. And then take your feet slightly closer, hands on your hips, soft bend on the knees, And I want you to rotate your hip in wide, wide, wide circles. Wide circles. 5 times. Really allow those muscles to talk to each other. And hold about 30% of energy subconsciously. Reach out to them, talk to them, and squeeze them. Good. Let's switch sides. Around. Woo! I hear more popcorn in my body. I remember those joints when they crack, it's because they weren't necessarily centered. And because we're doing a lot of joint rotation, they're looking for the path of easiest rotation, which means they're looking to be centered, just like you. Taking this time to do workout with your body, really ground yourself inside your body. Okay, now we're gonna change to the floor, do some ground stretches to release hips and back. So take a moment, grab a sip of water, and then we're going to shift over to the floor right there. Good, let me just grab a sip of water. Good, good, good. So movement and water, really key to keep your body happy. So if you feel you've been sitting for a long time, get up, even go up and down the stairs, grab a sip of water. Your body will thank you for that. So you're gonna lean back so that you can plant your hands on the floor. And then separate your heels so that there's enough space for you to rotate side to side, dropping the knees to the ground so that they do not fall on top of the feet. So there should be enough space. And now, not only we're aiming at pushing the 2 knees down to the ground. Often people forget the outer knee. So let's go back and forth. Just feeling those hips rotating. 5 more times. Drop. Inhale when they come up. Exhale when they come down. Inhale when they come up. Exhale and down. Good. If you find you're starting to spread yourself too wide, walk your hands up so that your chest stays tall and proud. Very good. And now choose one side. And let's go in this position. Now, if you feel you start cramping here, you can uncurl that leg, shake it a little bit, and aim at bringing it back. So, we're gonna start in the direction of the shin, hands towards the shin, towards the floor. You're gonna exhale and bring your forehead as far down as you can, looking for that tight area that needs that stretch. Inhale. Use your abdominals, pull yourself to the ground. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Stretch the crown of your head to the sky, chest up. Exhale. Drop that forehead to the ground. Pull the chin towards your chest. 1 more time and really push deep for furthering that stretch. It could be the tightest on your inner thigh, your glute, or your lower back. See where your body needs that. Good. Now you're gonna drop 45 degrees and just shimmy your shoulders side to side. And also from the center of your body, look at moving that chest. Follow through with your eyesight, side to side, massaging that back. Good. Now you're gonna bring the center of your chest in the direction of that knee that it's in front of you, pointing like an arrow, hands on each side. Exhale, drop. Inhale, come on up. Let your spine move like the waves of the sea. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming up midway and use your hands to push the floor to either side so that you're looking to massage your back with this motion. Very good. And now we're gonna rotate in the direction of the thigh, 2 hands on either side, looking over your shoulder behind you, and then your eyes rotate horizontally, looking to the front. Looking away, using your hands to push the floor and reach deeper into that twist and forward. One more time, look away and forward. Very nice. Okay, let's take the legs over to the other side. We're gonna repeat the same circuit. And you might notice that there's a difference. One side is tighter than the other, but with your movement, you start smoothing that difference out. Exhale as you drop. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. 45 degrees and rotate shoulders. Using your eyes to look away and move your chest from side to side. Good. Let's switch in the direction of the knee pointing forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more reps. Take all that energy in. Breathe it in and exhale. Let it flow one more time. Exhale, let it flow. Midway up and shimmy those shoulders. Not just the shoulders, so you can keep it just the shoulders by doing this, but you can let your shoulders take your torso and your chest into the movement. There's no right and wrong. There is only the depth that you choose to use your body with. And then rotate in the direction of your thigh. Plant your hands on the ground. Our rotation is going to be looking at the world horizontally 180 degrees. So look forward towards your front shoulder and horizontally look away over your opposite shoulder. Look forward and look away. One more time, look forward and look away. Very good. All right, and here we're going to finish in the lotus flower position. So pull your heels closer to you. Use your glutes. Lift your chest like this and drop your knees down to the ground, creating that inner resistance in your body. And then let yourself close in on that flower. With your hands, grab your feet, pull them towards you. Then feel the shoulders pulling back and down. Use your glutes to squeeze and pull those legs towards the ground. Lifting your chest, lifting your eyes, going deeper into that position. And then exhale and let that flower close in. One more time. Open up. Take that air in. Take that energy in for your day. All the space that you need is always around you. And exhale and say thank you. Create that flow back because only you can do what you're doing and transform that energy around you into something. And let's stretch the legs to the front. Lean back on your hands and continue with that breathing in, taking the neutral energy from around you, from that oxygen, from the nature. And exhale, letting it flow through your body, rolling the shoulders forward, chin down. Inhale, push the floor down with the heel of your hands. Roll the shoulders back, keep pushing the floor so that you lift your chest and your eyesight up to the sky, and then drop. And one more time, inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades there, activate that back, open that posture, and exhale and drop. Very good. And just take a moment there to give yourself thank you for creating this space to nurture your vessel, to slow the world down. Because if you create this space has a way of expanding into your day. You know the feeling. It's different the days that you do that than those that you don't. And you can create this space in many ways. So movement and exercise is one way. Having that space in the morning, it could be that you sit down to read, have a cup of coffee or tea, and gift yourself those 20 minutes before you start the day, before you show up for others, for the family, for the boss, for the house. But if you nurture yourself first thing in the morning, there is that part of you that says thank you, thank you, thank you, and gifts you with so much more energy to give others. So with that thought in mind, I want to wish you a great Thursday. Yes.